Well, we're not designed to consume animals. We don't have canine teeth, even though you think you do. And you can go out and all day long bite into the side of a cow out in the middle of a field like a lion would. You're not drawing back flesh. You're going to draw back some gums. And you do not have a short digestive tract. You do your jaw actually works off of kind of like a hanging or L-shaped hinge, as compared to a carnivorous animal's scissor. So it's quite different. They bite, rip, swallow. You bite, chew on it, chew on it, chew on it, and then swallow. And therefore, you are more so in the category of an herbivore. And when you eat in that space, you find that you normalize with regard to your weight, you normalize with regard to your health and well-being, and a whole lot of other positive things happen. But you said the other stuff, and I think the other stuff is real important too, because when we look at what is in meat that they are injecting in it to cause it to be bigger, well, it's getting into us, and it's causing us to be bigger. Not only that, it's getting into men and causing them to be a little softer. You remember back in the day, there wasn't as many soft people as there are today. You know, you don't have anything with, with soft people, but I'm just saying it's been a change.
I mean, let's go there. I mean, there is a noticeable, that those of you who disagree, speak on it, but there's a noticeable difference in the male species. Now, Keishawna, you too young to remember when back in the day when we were kings, but nonetheless.
Hey, I had a king. My daddy was a king.
Okay, then you do know that. That's right. I stand corrected.
Yes.
I stand corrected. So having said that, there is a temperamental change in males.
Right. There's a temperamental change. Go to recess at any high school or elementary school.
And they're not playing ball, they're not doing
They're not only not playing ball, if you look at them from behind, little boys look like little girls.
They're starting to take on those features.
Right. And this is not by mistake, but by design. I don't want to take the conversation off from where you're going. That'll be maybe
this
another
is where
show.
we're going.
This is where we're going?
Right,
well, let's go there. It's time that we recognize that something has happened to our food chain, our food supply, that is damaging the natural endocrine balance that should exist inside of us.
Testosterone, estrogen, among those.
All day long. Yeah. And we're seeing issues with women and endometriosis and fibroid tumors. We're seeing hysterectomies are at an all-time high, and it's because of our overconsumption of estrogens.
And those chemicals are injected into the meat product.
And don't get cooked out.
Oh, they can't get cooked out?
No, they don't. They're chemicals. They don't get cooked out. They stay in the flesh, and they cause the same damage to us that they cause to the animals. But that chicken and that cow doesn't live but a couple of years, if that, sometimes a couple of months. And of course, they don't get a chance to experience and develop all of those health conditions that we see as a result of the consumption of them over and over and over again every day for years.
Now, when you're an athlete, as we mentioned earlier, and of course you're a trainer, and you're athletes full speed, they're telling us consume animal protein because it breaks down slower, it provides more energy, the protein, the complex carbohydrates, I believe, but they're not telling us not to consume animal protein because it's supposed to be good for the muscles and other aspects of our body.
But that's what they're telling you.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but you get the argument many times. People will come into my restaurant and they'll ask me the question, well, where do you get your protein from? And it'll be a family of people that look not healthy. I'll just leave it at that. Gotcha. They'll look not healthy and asking me, well, what are you doing to get your protein? And of course, my immediate response, going back to our high school days, we're quick to quit back at somebody. But wait a minute. Should you really be asking me what I'm doing wrong? Maybe you need to check yourself. But because I know how to, be diplomatic about it, I say, well, you look at different animals in creation, and the orangutan is one, or the gorilla is one category where you're seeing that they eat nothing but fruits and vegetables. Right. And if they were in this room, all of us in this room would get our butts kicked because of the amount of strength and capacity that they have. We just don't have it. And they're eating nothing but fruits and vegetables. So we have to look at some of the science that we have adapted as a result of conditioning from television and radio and what's been given to us even in our schooling, and realize that it's been motivated by the dairy and the meat industry. And we need to break that cycle, because if we don't, we're gonna see ourselves continuing to suffer from the illnesses that we do and challenges that we do with regard to our performance. Right?